What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Quick 60. Today, as promised, I'm going to go over the NFC North Division updates and predictions for you, starting with the Detroit Lions. So last year, the Lions went 5-11, finished last place. They ended up getting the 7th overall draft pick, which I'm sure they had to be surprised and stunned that the Bengals didn't take Penny Sewell, and it just kind of fell in their laps for him. So, that's a huge upgrade to offensive line. I think he's going to be around for a franchise player, franchise tackle for them for the next decade for whatever quarterback they draft probably next year or the next 2 years. So that's huge. They also added Tyrell Williams on a 1-year prove-it deal, who he's going to be the number one receiver because Kenny Golladay left. So we'll see what happens with Tyrell Williams being that X receiver out on the outside. They also added Jamal Williams. He'll be a backup to DeAndre Swift. Swift's going to have a huge year this year and relied heavily on the Lions offense. They also added Brashad Perryman on a 1-year prove-it deal. He's the other outside receiver, the number 2 receiver for them. So, he has blazing speed, so we're going to have to see if he improves. And also, of course, they added Jared Goff with the Stafford trade. They got 2 first-round draft picks out of it. So we'll see what happens with that. As far as, I think Stafford's a better overall quarterback, but he's always banged up and injured. Sometimes no fault to his own because of the offensive line, but we'll see what happens with how Goff handles that in the offense this year. They lost, of course, Stafford. They lost a ton on defense as well, and a ton on offensive receivers. They lost Golladay, which you talked about. They lost Gerard Davis. He went to the Jets, great linebacker. They lost Marvin Jones, good receiver. They also lost Matt Prater, the kicker. Don't underestimate how good a kicker can be. They signed Randy Bullock. He has a big leg, but sometimes he has accuracy issues on the Bengals and Texans. They lost Reggie Ragland, linebacker as well. And I talked about Kenny Golladay, Miles Kennebrew, and Mohamed Sanu. So a lot of receivers they lost this year. Like I said, they're going to have to rely heavily on DeAndre Swift with all these inexperienced young receiving core, okay, as well as Jared Goff. So DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are going to have to carry the load. TJ Hawkinson's going to have to step up at tight end. They always were wondering who's better, Noah Fant or TJ, going into the draft. And Noah Fant's been proved to be the better athlete so far. So TJ's going to have to step up his game a little bit on offense. Defensively, they still have Jamie Collins, and they have the first-round corner, Duka, as well. So we'll see what happens with that. And Michael Brockers on the defensive end. So they have a stud on each line for them. But we'll see. They gave up 519 points last year. So we'll see what happens with that. So they ended up hiring Dan Campbell, the tight ends coach from the New Orleans Saints this year. So he'll bring that coach, family-friendly vibe to the players from Sean Payton schemes, stuff like that, the family tree. And so, basically Matt Patricia is out, and that Belichick vibe, that strict rules, not family-friendly, coach-friendly, player-friendly vibe is gone. So we'll see what happens with Dan Campbell this year. I have the Lions going 4-13 this year and finishing in last place. It's a quarterback-driven league, and Jared Goff is the worst quarterback in the division to me. So, and their roster is really, really thin this year. So I have them going 4-13. That's the Quick 60, folks. Until next time, peace.